Right. We are now recording. Thank you, Faye. So just to go over this again briefly for the purposes of people that are not here. This is Archangel Chamuel, courtesy of Kyle Gray and his, what was you called it? Captain Power.
Yeah, Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. That's what we think his inspiration is. And thank you, Chamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart, is what this card means. And these are words from Anadea Judith, good teacher of the chakras, meaning unstuck, unhurt, location, the heart, the chest, and the lungs. So we all know from our other therapies and body talk and healing and all the other things that we do about how these energies work and where they get stored in the physical body, and the sort of illnesses and ailments that can go with that. It's the element of air, the colour green, purpose of love, intimacy and joy. When balanced, it's radiant, joyful, generous and compassionate. The identity is social. The blocks are grief, things that we need to move through or things that are buried. Gifts are radiant love, dissolution of ego boundaries, moving into unity consciousness really, and acceptance of where everybody's at, no matter how triggered we are, but it's okay to be triggered because we have to shift those shadows. Whereas if we just live in love and light and, oh, it's not my business, so you're still on an unconscious level taking this in. So it still needs to be moved. The right is to love and be loved. And it's in excess, it's codependent, meddlesome, needing attention, so neediness, and deficient, close-hearted, judgmental and isolating. The principle is equilibrium and balance, and the core value is, of course, love. So before we go to the 5D aspect of this, we're just going to talk, so keep yourselves off mute for a minute, about what you guys think love is, self-love, joy, and where you maybe hold it in your body, and we'll pop a few of them up on the screen.
Good question.
What is self-love?
Self-love, acceptance. Complete acceptance of who you are, warts and all. Investing in self-care. So I think if you have self-love, you look after yourself better.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Love is radiating the self-love you have for yourself to others.
For me, it's a learning curve to honour how I feel and not what I think. So when I get into the realms of people pleasing, I'm actually sometimes not pleasing myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's honour your feelings, honour literally how you actually feel.
Healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
I'd say being selfish as well, putting yourself first.
I was going to say, sort of just being in touch with you, you know, as much as you can, 100% if possible, and just constantly listening to your inner self. So you're following your inner guidance.
Yeah.
I think fulfilling your own needs as well, because I think a lot of the time when you don't love yourself, you're looking outside of yourself for someone else to fulfill them. And if you can love yourself, you begin to realize you can fulfill them yourself. Doesn't mean you don't need other people, but you know, it starts with you.
So fulfilling your needs.
Yeah, I'm feeling okay about that.
Yeah. How many of you do all of these things?
More and more.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry about the dogs, they're just coming in. That will stop in a minute.
Definitely increased over the years.
Yeah.
And the more you love yourself, the more you recognize that people love you. It's a very mirrored thing, isn't it? That when you don't love yourself, you don't see the love of other people.
No, that's true, actually. It's that self-worth, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Worthy. Yeah,
Yeah.
worthy there. Do any of you have issues in any of the places that were mentioned? The lungs, the chest, the heart?
No.
No?
I think I feel a lot in my heart. I think I wear my heart on my sleeve.
That's okay though, people know where they are. I think that's actually healthy.
Yeah.
I'd rather people were up front.
Oh, yeah. I haven't. The problem is I haven't got a poker face, so usually it shows
nor
my
have I.
face. Whatever I feel. I look a bit like a rabbit in headlights sometimes when someone says something, and
Oh, I'm exactly the same. James has said to me before, don't stop saying it out loud, and I've not said anything. He was like, you are. Your face is saying it out loud.
yeah.
It's bad, isn't it? You try and trick me. You'll ask me something, Val, don't you? And then just see what my face says so you can get an honest answer. So I don't have to say anything. What do you think to this? Okay, that's all I need to know. What? I know it's cruel. It's evil.
It's not true. You're an open book, so I take the opportunity to get some straight answers.
It's a good skill you've got there, Val. And how much joy do you have in your day each day? More and more?
I really try and make sure I'm thankful for something during the day, even if it's the tiniest thing. Just making sure that I acknowledge it and recognize that this was good and positive in the day.
Yeah, I have to create time to make sure I do things for me. So the things that I really enjoy. So if it means getting up early to go for a walk before work, or like just shutting the door at work and closing people out and playing music that I want to hear, or whatever it might be, I make time each day to do things that I enjoy.
Good. That's really healthy. I've set more and more boundaries with myself actually, and around, work, and not allowing myself to get burnt out again. So it's creeping back in, and I have to get a grip.
I think sometimes I get a little bit what's the word? Fractured, doing too many things, and then that affects things because I'm a finisher, and if I'm fractured and doing so many things, then that affects how I feel about myself.
Yeah.
So it's drawing yourself back and saying, well, that's not possible, and getting the focus back in just the priority areas.
One of the things that I've learned to do over the years, and I tell this to clients, is I've always had a sideways, like, week to view diary, and I schedule so that I get things out of my head, so that I haven't got that perpetual list of things that I need to do. And then if something comes up on a day that is kind of spontaneous, I'll look at all the things that I can just park the following week. Like, I don't have to wash every single sheet every week, for example, or could just change pillowcase, or it's just trying to prioritize that your memories are more important than the mundane jobs that we often undertake, that still going to get untidy again.
Yeah.
So, but then on the other flip side of that, I've had to be boundaried about keeping on top of my clutter, because then that makes my head scrambled. So it is, for me, that's a real juggling act, because it can go one way or the other.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's finding the balance.
Yeah, trying to feng shui it now. Haven't quite managed that yet, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Val and I and Pam did a board together with all the latest colours, so I must actually finish that and then put it into purpose and find out where on the compass my house is facing now, with everything that's shifting about. So yeah, anything else to add?
I was going to say that I've realised that I really don't enjoy rushing, and so I don't rush.
That's good.
And I really, really hate it. I just want to do something really, really at my own pace. So I'm kind of quite boundaried about being in a hurry about things, because it takes away the pleasure for me.
Yeah. Let's try not to fit too much into one day.
Yeah, and my priorities are myself, my children, my pets, my parents. You know, I've got I do have quite a few responsibilities, but I don't let them feel like a burden.
Yeah.
And I'm the top of the list.
Yay, that's fantastic. That's really good, Mandy.
Thank you.
Love that. So here, this is a grid that I found on one of the Facebook pages. Woodlit, can't remember the other name. I just thought this was rather beautiful.
That's lovely.
I popped it in, covering the words up now. Okay, Sue's not feeling too good. She fell asleep, so she'll catch up with the recording.
Okay.
So you don't need to look out for her, Karen. You
Okay.
can step down.
Okay.
So I just put a few slides up for things to ponder. So happiness is an inside job, so we can't expect anything outside of us to make us happy. We have to find it ourselves, and if there's things that are not making us happy, strive to change it. That's not always as easy as that sounds, of course, but even just changing little things can make a big difference. So be a reflection of what you'd like to receive. If you want love, give love. If you want truth, be truthful. If you want respect, give respect. So what you give out will return. That's very true of the heart energy. And if some of you have ever studied some of the Heart Math Institute stuff, even Body Talk will talk about it a lot, and Greg Braden, he talks a lot about the heart energy and how we attract from that space. So every cell in our bodies vibrates with energy and health. Loving myself heals my life. I nourish my mind, body and soul. My body heals quickly and easily. So the more we're in rest and digest hormones, the more we're in a heart space, the quicker we will get through things if we're poorly or, unwell emotionally. Again, easier said than done sometimes. So what is self-loving today may not be self-loving tomorrow. What you want today may not be what you want tomorrow. What brings you joy today may not be what brings you joy tomorrow. This is why life changes when you keep going in the direction of self-love, desire, and joy. But the answer is not to deny yourself love or deny yourself wants and deny yourself joy. The answer is to let your life change. So that is something that I talked to, especially my daughter, actually, when she was younger. I remember she came home one day and one of her friends had got really cross that her favourite colour was different the next day. And I'd always taught her to, if your favourite colour one day is blue and the next day it's green, and that's something you love today, it's okay to change your mind. So sometimes we can all proclaim stuff and then get really rigid about, oh, but I said this, so I need to stick to it. And, people might think I'm changing my mind, but it is just to, boundaries are healthy, but if you're too boundaried, or if you don't look at whether your boundaries are still healthy, then they become rigid and as unhealthy as not having any at all. Make sense?
Yep.
So give yourself permission to say this isn't serving me and walking away in peace. So if you feel into something and it feels like a closing feeling, if it's not expansive, it's not bringing you joy and love, it's actually closing that down. And so to honor your feelings about how you feel. So between the trigger and the response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. So when you see one of your worries coming, and I've said this again and again to you, but it's always good to mention it at the right place. When you're triggered and you see that bus coming of the things and you want to turn up to that, and you know sometimes that's not necessarily going to change what somebody else's view is then in that, if you just pause for a second or just take a breath or just go to the toilet and come back, you will have just calmed down out of that trigger, and then you'll be able to respond rather than react. So it becomes a completely different scenario. Then you're making a choice rather than a reaction. And that becomes healthier. And then you'll start to recognize what your triggers are and then not get on that bus. All right, that's one of the things I learned years ago when I was learning mindfulness. So, and then we come into the 5th dimensional heart chakra. So it's the center of the core of ascension. It's pure white in color, Archangel Chamuel, pure love, cosmic heart and Christ consciousness. So it's flooding in for us to experience life from a higher perspective, a renewed agreement to hold high qualities of light known as the Adam Kadmon blueprint. So our divine blueprint is all there for us to plug into, but of course a lot of it has been forgotten. So this is the 12 5th dimensional chakras when they're fully operational as 24 strands of DNA that we have the potential to have active, 12 physical in the body and 12 in the spiritual body. So those will unravel and open the more light we take in, and as and when we're ready, we're going to do a little bit of this in the meditation in a minute. So this light carries all the information of your blueprint, of your life purpose, encoded with your spiritual and physical lineage, your gifts and talents. The expanded heart center helps others awaken and brings in your deep personal truth. So when you're fully in your heart and you're going out that day feeling very heart-centered, or having done a meditation or thought about what your boundaries or self-care or self-love is for that day, you will be met by a different reaction from the people that you meet. So what you radiate out, what Val said earlier, you will be, you know, absorbing that back to you. You'll get it mirrored back. Even if you smile at somebody in the supermarket and they smile back, that's brightened up your day and theirs. So it's just remembering sometimes we can change things by putting out different frequencies. Anyone got anything to add to that? Any of you guys that do divine healing, or how you feel about the expanded heart chakra? No?
Yeah, I agree with everything that you kind of said, to be honest. When you,
some of this is a little bit like,
comes back, doesn't it, to you?
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're smiling and you're feeling uplifted, everyone sort of acknowledges it when you're walking past them.
Yeah. So this is, some of this is a bit like the activation that's in level 2 divine healing. There's a DNA activation. Tim Wild's done one before, so has Diana Cooper and various other people. There's various different ways of doing the expanded heart chakra meditation. Again, what's the one called that Nicholas does? Unified chakras. So that's expanding them gradually out, but he mentions different chakras to what we're working with in this group. So there's many different chakras, there's many ways of working with them. They're all valid, they all have belief systems and energy attached to them. So there's no right or wrong in any of this, it's just whatever you're plugged into and what feels right for you. So I am going to add in the higher heart, which obviously makes that 13, but we're including that in the part with the heart chakra, which is the thymus gland, and we do that in Rahani as well. All right. Okie dokie. So what we'll do is we're going to go into the meditation. It's probably going to take a little bit longer. So if you want to grab a glass of water, get yourselves comfy, but not too comfy. And then at the end, what we'll do is we'll go round and see whether we can unravel things that came up and feel into what things meant for you. and just try and see, you know, what maybe has changed. So just for a second, I just want you to sit with your eyes shut. And I just want you to feel into your body. I'm just going to pop you all on mute. Just feel where you've got aches and pains. And wherever you've got a feeling or sensation in your body, is there an emotion present? Does something feel blocked? Be aware of any heat or cold, tingling. Just scan from top to bottom. As you breathe, just let your energy scan all the way down. So just observe this, keep it in mind, but don't make any judgments about any of it. And we'll just have a scan when we come out the other end and just see how that feels at the end. All right, so get yourself comfy, but probably sit up a little bit so that you don't just zonk out to sleep. Okay. And either have your feet on the floor or just imagine your feet on the floor. Growing roots out the bottom of your feet. And close your eyes or soften your gaze. Just be fully present to this moment and your body. As you breathe, just allowing yourself just to relax just that little bit more. Letting any tension out as you breathe. So just really ground yourself, anchor your roots deep down into the earth. Just feel them wrapping around the center of the earth. Deep red ruby. And just connect up to the six-pointed star. The Star of Rahani, Star of David. Christ consciousness, knowing that you are in a protective, safe bubble. Just feel the healing energy all around you. Golden bubble of light. anchored into the earth. So just journey now all together into our space in the woods. The sun is setting. The sky is a beautiful blue, pink, orange, red, yellow. Everything's starting to settle and slow down. As you go deeper into the woods, just be aware of the sounds and smells. What you can see. How the earth or the grass feels beneath your feet. The air on your skin. And then you come to a clearing. See us all there in the clearing, all together. Surrounded by trees. So make your connection to the trees and your roots mingling in, knowing we're part of nature. And those roots all mixing around with each other's, that connection that we all have as a soul group. A giant bubble of light all around us, our own personal bubble and a giant bubble of light all around us. Just expand your energy out from your solar plexus and invite in your guides. Any guides that are meant to work with you today and for the highest good will be able to step into your bubble. If not, they're not for today. And just bring your awareness into the center of the circle. As the sun goes down and it gets a little bit cooler, just aware of the fire and the dancing flames, giving us warmth. Our guides are all the way around the outside of our circle, standing with us. Still within our giant bubble of light, assisting us on our journey. Bring your awareness now into your heart chakra. Just go deep in. Sense what's there. Feel the energy moving. It may be a ball of light. It may be moving energy. Just allow that energy to fill every cell in your body. That white, pure white energy illuminating out from the center of your heart space. Coming out from your physical body into your energy fields, into your aura. So allowing that energy to expand. Including your higher heart in that energy. So allowing that to show up however it needs to show up for you. Just visualize or sense this energy, this pure white, now mixing and merging with the royal blue of the throat chakra and the bright gold of the solar plexus. So expand that energy out from your heart up to the throat, down into your solar plexus, a ball of bright gold, white and royal blue. Allowing the energy from the throat to expand within and all around your body. And the energy from your solar plexus, that bright gold, to expand. A ball of gold, white and royal blue all around you. All the way through. Expand out further to your third eye. This is a crystal ball with sparkling emerald lights. Just feel into this space. You may sense your third eye activating, some energy moving in your head. So allow this energy to expand within and all around you. As this merges with the royal blue, the white, the bright gold, and then into the navel chakra, a golden light. Feel this expanding. So now you have your white, your royal blue and gold, a crystal ball with emerald lights and bright gold, expanding within and all around you. From this space, from your heart up to your crown, sense or feel a golden crystal crown. Allowing that energy to expand, filling every space within and all around you. Expanding this with the sacral chakra, luminous pink. Just allowing this to expand the whole of your sacral area. Filling every space, moving out all around you. That luminous pink mixing with the golden crystal crown. The golden light, the crystal ball of emeralds, the bright golden royal blue, illuminated by the heart chakra throughout all of it. And from your heart, illuminating up to your causal chakra, slightly above and slightly behind your head. This glows like the moon white. Just feel that expanding, connecting with your energy, illuminating through your body, mixing and merging with the colours and energy of the other chakras. And down into the platinum colour in your base chakra. Feel this, filling every space in your base. Expanding that energy out. Within and all around your body. Mixing and merging with all the other energies and colours. Giant ball of light. Frequency and vibration. From your heart, pushing out to your soul star. Bright magenta. Above your head. Just allowing this to expand and connect with your energy. Feeling and joining in with all the colours and energies of the other chakras. As this expands all around you and connects in with the Earth Star chakra at 18 inches below your feet. Your roots are connected through here and beyond. Deep grey. Feel that energy coming up your roots. That protective, connected energy of earth. Mixing and merging throughout your whole body and all around you. So aware of the energy and the space all around you. Expanding all of this giant ball of light to connect up to the stellar gateway. Bright golden orange. High above your head. Feel this energy expanding, beaming down to mix with all of your colours, your energy. You're now a giant ball of golden orange light within and all around you. Magenta within and all around you. Moon white. Golden crystal crown. Crystal ball with emerald lights. Royal blue. Bright gold. Golden light. Luminous pink. Platinum. deep grey, and the pure white of your heart within and all around you. Just allow this to merge in through your Earth Star chakra, anchoring into the magnetic and crystalline grid. Your connection further into the earth as part of nature. Knowing that the healing coming through from the six-pointed star and that connection we have through the stellar gateway. It's coming through for the highest good of us, illuminating that love. To ourselves, to each other in the circle, through our roots and the roots of the trees and deep down into the earth, lighting up the ley lines with love. We're calling in Archangel Michael to cut any cords, any part of on your journey, and seal the ends of any energies that are not welcome and not for your highest good to leave. Calling in Archangel Zadkiel to bring through the purple, lilac, and gold flame, beaming down through you, around our circle, mixing and merging with all the expanded chakras, clearing through any energy to allow any blocks to move within our energies and our physicalness. And then deep down into the earth. I command that any negative draining or energies that are not for our highest good to leave, go to their next highest purpose. And clear these energies through every time frame, reality, dimension, and any space I've not mentioned. To go to the light. Go to the light now. So allow the violet flame to assist the flaming sword of Archangel Michael. Call in now Archangel Chamuel to further illuminate our heart chakra. Fill all the spaces that have been cleared with pure golden white energy. Energy of the Christed light, pure love. For your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, all your energy bodies. We honor the lessons we've had from our shadows. And let go what we're ready to let go of. Only when we're ready. With this golden light, welcome in your purpose in this now time, in this space now. Just allow this to reveal itself to you at the right time. Feel into the energy of love and open up your heart to accept love and your higher purpose. And with that, the support we deserve from our soul group, from our loved ones and our guides. We are ready now to move from ego into our heart space. This self-love illuminating into unified love, unity consciousness. I'm going to ask now for our guides to assist Archangel Chamuel for our highest good. And again, when we're ready to activate our process to the light, bring us into more of our divine blueprint, to activate our 12 fifth dimensional chakras. Just feel into those energies swirling all around you. To activate the right moment, our 24 strands of DNA, 12 physical and 12 in our spiritual body. More into our potential of mastery. Allowing this to shine out from our hearts. A pure white vibration. Chambers in our hearts. There's 33 chambers of unconditional love. All illuminated with pure white and golden white light. In your mind, just say, I welcome loving relationships and connection to my soul family. Seek to work from a space of acceptance and compassion. And again, in your mind, I welcome loving relationships and connection to my soul family. I seek to work from a space of acceptance and compassion. And once more, I welcome loving relationships and connection to my soul family. I seek to work from a space of acceptance and compassion. Know that your connection to your guides is always there. That's always pure energy when you're asking them to come for the highest good. When you need their assistance, you ask. See and embody now the pink ray of light. This is the God or source of unconditional love that Chamiel brings through. Feel that in your heart. Welcome that higher energy of spiritual growth. Bringing through healing to us and others we meet. And illuminate this out to our friends and loved ones, anyone who needs it, and down into the earth. Just sit in this space for a couple of minutes. The energies, the colours, your connection to the earth. From this space, your connection to Archangel Chamiel. Ask for a gift or a message. Could be a sound, words, colours, whatever comes to you. Or even to show you your guides, to assist you with expanding your heart chakra. Sit with this energy, asking the assistance of Archangel Chamiel. Knowing that you can go into each of your senses and see what shows up. When you have your gift, just have an awareness to us all in the circle. See whether you have a message from the heart for anybody else in the group and anyone that's not here. See the light all around us, containing the information of our blueprint, your life purpose. This is encoded with your physical and spiritual lineage, your gifts and talents, and these can show up whenever you tune in to your heart space. Ask to be shown what you're ready for. Knowing that whenever you're in this energy, this can help others awaken. Awaken to their personal truths as well. So just start to bring your energy back from around the circle back to your own personal space. Be aware of your own bubble of light. Just pulling your chakras closer to you into balance, into the right balance. Just bring in the energy of the stellar gateway, the soul star. Calls all the crown into your body, third eye. The energy of the throat, the heart. Bringing it all back towards you, the solar plexus, the navel, the sacral, in the base. Just maintaining your connection to the Earth star, just draw that energy back a little bit. Back into the space that's right for you in balance. Knowing all these colours and energies exist within you to be called on whenever you need them. Thank your guides for coming, see them leaving your bubble. They can walk back through a white light that appears in the middle of the fire as they step away from our energy. Bring your heart energy back to your body. And the golden bubble all the way back into your solar plexus. And see us all making our way back through the woods, finding the door to come back into this space, knowing that you're fully grounded. And that your energy is back where it needs to be. Come on back. Come off mute when you're ready. Anyone fall asleep?
Is Faye awake?
Oh, she's got up. She's moved away from
Oh, okay. I couldn't see her. I thought she's still asleep.
maybe give a loo dash.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. All right. I feel a bit sleepy now too.
Mm.
How's that? How are you feeling after that?
It was powerful. Really, really powerful.
Feel present.
Yeah.
You okay, Lou?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realise I was on mute.
All right, you all right?
Yeah.
Good. All good. Your connection's better there, isn't it? Are you in your brother's?
Yeah, well, I was downstairs. So my brother's on night shift tonight, and he was in bed, and then he appeared, so I had to move. 'Cause he was
Okay.
coming instead. But actually, I think I don't know. It seems to be better in my room than it was downstairs in the living room. So
You heard most of it though, did you? Good. That's good. Did you get back in time for the start, Natalia? Can't hear you.
say that again.
Did Natalia get back in time? I can't hear her. She's on mute.
I'm mute. Yes, I got in time. Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good. So Sue did you a favour.
Yeah.
So that's good. So does anyone want to share? So there's lots of different things to pick up on that. Quite a lot of information. It's a bit of everything. Karen?
Oh, where do I start? There was so much. God. So I could see us all in a circle, and was very golden. And we were all very golden. And every time you talked about different chakras, it was just resonating and glowing. And at one point it was a bit like, if it's in Star Trek, where it's sort of it just keeps coming down like that. It was really weird. And especially the third eye went a bit bonkers. And the heart was very, very open, but I found some sadness, some really, really deep sadness. So really, really white, and then inside was this really dark bit. And my guides were sort of gently saying to me that it's okay to let it go. It's all right. You can feel it and you can let it go. It's okay now. So that went, which was quite nice. Just so many things happened. It was so much. I kept seeing Earth. It's really weird. I don't know what that was about. So
like a view of the whole of the earth.
No, like Earth, like Earth kept coming into it. It's really random. I don't know.
Like dirt.
Dirt and grass. I don't know where that came from, but it kept going back to that. Maybe it's trying to earth me. I don't know.
Getting you grounded.
Yeah. And what happened? So my guides were behind me, and they were constantly had their hands on my shoulders and constantly sort of, it's like they knew it was going to be strong, and they just were there for me the whole time. And I felt very safe, even though I was dealing with whatever this deep sadness was. And I felt the deep sadness, but it did leave, and that was okay. And then when you were saying about gifts, and messages. So I got a message for me, something to do with, it was a bit ambiguous, but something to do with dimensions. Not exactly sure, but something to do with dimensions. Okay, that's fine. And then I had a message for Sue, which said, open the channels.
Okay.
So yeah, that was that. And then when we were coming back out, we weren't walking, we were all floating.
Not very grounded then.
Yeah, no, not very grounded. We were all floating out. It was nice though. We were all seemed to be quite happy and floating out and in these white energy. I think there was a lot more, but that's the stuff I remember.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah.
Good share. Amanda, you had your hand up. Oh, sorry, and Faye, who wants to go next?
Okay, so I didn't see as much as Karen. I was sort of struggling not to drop off actually, but I saw the most detailed image of one of my guides that I've ever seen. So she's sort of come to me quite recently, and her name is Shakti, and she's like a Tibetan guide, and she was just glorious in pink and gold, and sort of appeared to be sitting on a throne, and it was beautiful. It was really beautiful, and that was really pretty special for me. So that was really great. And there were lots of guides coming in, but this one was such a visual picture that I think I'll remember that and know what to call in, if you know, or who to call in.
Personal to you.
Yeah, so that was really great. And can't remember an awful lot more than that, but the message was for Sue, and it was love yourself, you are beautiful. And and that's all I can sort of properly remember, but yeah, it was very powerful. I really enjoyed it.
That's lovely. Thank you, Mandy. And I'm sure Sue will appreciate the messages. She's worked hard all this afternoon and pushed herself with, and she's going to listen to this, Sue. So you did really well this afternoon in the session with me. So keep going. Anyone else wants to have a session with Sue? She's practicing at the moment. So yeah, it was very good. Thank you, Mandy. Faye?
Yeah, that was crazy. So much, and also the dimensions came up as well with you, Karen. So when you said that, I was like, yep, okay, cool. So the first thing was loads of rainbow light everywhere, and my guides came in, and my God, it was more male than female, this one. I think I know which voice it is that he is. And his eyes were amazing, like really beautiful, like incredible eyes. And then and I like, they kept trying to take me up. The message initially was just like to keep going, and it was like, and then they said, what was it they said? They said, you have to experience it first. You have to experience it first. And I was like, ugh. And then they were like, then there was like, again, these rainbow things, like lights. And I left my body. Did you see me jump?
Yeah, I did see you jump.
Yeah, I moved out of it, and I was looking down on myself, and then I was like, no, get back. I went back into it. And then afterwards,
Astral trip.
Yeah, it started to do that. I was like, no, just stay with it this time. And then I'm glad I was on mute, because my body started just making all these weird gurgling noises, like all the way up, like all my legs, all my stomach, everywhere. That's why I ran away at the end, because I was like, oh God, everyone going to be sick or something.
Oh no.
So I was like, oh God, I might need the toilet. So I just ran, but I'm fine. But then the message as well that they said, bear with me 1 second, because it was sixth dimensional. It was about the sixth dimension. And they said, light is distortion. Light's distorted so that you can, oh fuck, what was it? 1 second. Let me just look away. I remember it. Light's distorted so that you experience matter through darkness and structures, and that and something else that was but it was about the sixth dimension, Karen. So when you said the dimensions, that was like, so yeah, I'll get more later. There's way more to, yeah. So yeah, that's what came through.
Wonderful. Thank you. I could feel some other dimensional guides in Lemurian, Syrian, Pleiadian. I could feel other energies joining. So when I was viewing you all in my mind's eye in the circle, there were way more than your kind of normal guides. They're all turning up with all because we illuminated out so far. It was like this giant ball of like rainbow colours with all the colours all around. And it's like a beacon. There's all these kind of like, oh, what are they up to? And come and having a little nosy round. So that was quite interesting to observe. Lovely, Faye, thank you. Did you have a message for anyone else?
Maybe Karen, now that she mentioned that, but that was all I can remember. But if I get more later, I'll tell you.
Brilliant. Thank you. That's lovely. Who's next? Oh.
So strangely enough, I usually see during meditations. Didn't see a thing this time.
Okay.
I felt everything. So I had different types of tingling and shivering. Every time you mentioned the connection with the other chakras, and I could see the energy shifting every time you were mentioning another one, but I didn't see anything. It wasn't dark or anything. I was just in a place where it was very neutral. So I could, when we walked to the wood and formed the circle, then I could see us, but then went in a very neutral place. And yeah, I could feel everything. So I guess I recently said that I wanted to experience more my other senses. So maybe that's
what
why
you ask for.
Yeah, you get what you ask, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
And then the guys, strangely enough, were I've been made aware of 2 house trolls that live in my house, and I'm engaging with them now. But I realized that although I know they're there and I engage with them, I've been neglecting them.
Right.
So they came for love.
Oh.
And it's really funny because it was a bit cheesy because now I could see this, that they made like they were holding hands and my hand as well. So I was a part of the heart and they were doing the other part of the heart. Very cheesy, but cute.
That's nice.
And the message was for everyone, trust your heart.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it, really.
Lovely.
But I
Felt
it a lot.
That's good.
Which is good and different.
Yeah, it's nice to do that different.
Yeah.
I've definitely got different stuff going on. I think more so since doing divine healing as well. So when we did the clearing, I definitely had 2 energies pass through me. Sort of massive.
Oh yeah, the clearing.
I had 2 clearings, something left. I don't know who from, but they went anyway, they're gone.
Something happened during the clearing, during the violet flame, but I can't remember just now.
Yeah, I had one as well because I said, "Are you from the light? Are you from the light? Or are you from the light?" And something went straight away. So there was something as well.
Yeah. So it's good. It's always good to clear it out. When you're a bright, shiny light bulb, then it doesn't necessarily mean it's anything really bad either. It's just lower vibration, and we don't need them. They're best gone, even if it's.
But it's like a fly attracted to the light, basically.
Yeah, of course.
It's just gravitating, and then
could just be a nosy earthbound that's draining your energy. We don't need them either. It might be interesting, but sometimes it's just like, no, you can go. Feel a bit tired. How many hangers on have I got? So it's good. I'm glad you experienced something different.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good fun outside of the normal habits, isn't it?
Yes.
Brilliant.
And I didn't fall asleep, whereas last time I nodded off. And I guess it kept it very entertaining as well to feel all these different things.
Good thing is you've got very used to your cats being around and still being focused.
Oh yeah.
So you're able to keep going even when you're being distracted.
Yeah.
So that's good because it's made you tune into your senses more in a way. I know at one point she was right up at the screen, just literally like that. in the corner. You'll have to look at the recording. It's really funny. It was quite near the beginning. I nearly started to laugh. She came for a proper look.
Yeah. Gosh.
You'll have to wind it back. It's very funny.
Well, yeah.
She was enjoying it, and then she started like when the healing part was going on with the earth, she was licking and licking and licking and licking, just clearing. And my dogs do that.
Yeah, she
And
does
if I
that.
have a session at home, they get on me and start licking. So that was quite entertaining. So your cats are good because they help to transmute the energy. So it's kind of good they're part of our circle. We had
They do.
Natalia's new cat as well. Can we see your new cat?
So cute. I saw that.
Oh, look. Oh, it's a baby. Oh my goodness. Oh, cute.
Such a beauty. It's a Bengal, isn't it?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Is she not scared of a dog?
You're on mute, Natalia.
You probably beat the shit out of the dog.
They're getting used to each other. They're getting better and better. Like Luna is ignoring her, and she's just learning not to be scared of Luna walking around her now. She's still quite wary, but yeah, they're doing very well.
That's good. Well done.
Yeah, very quick progress. I was like, because I was reading, watching some YouTube how to get them used to each other, but yeah, the progress is very quick. Yeah.
Brilliant. Did you want to share, Natalia, while you're off mute?
Well, I didn't kind of experience much because I just got really weird day today. I really feel funny. I feel totally exhausted and like totally, sleepy. I couldn't work because I was feeling like I just wanted to be in bed all day and really, really tired.
Yeah.
So I don't know what is draining me, but obviously it's lots of going on with me at the moment. And I just feel exhausted. So I just hope, with the clearing, because I feel like lots of energy is being drained from me. I think there's lots of, obviously with my case, and like I probably are on a lot of people's minds and tongues. So I feel like I'm being drained.
Yeah. Remember to protect your energy every day.
Yeah. So just really got a bad day today.
And the thing is,
you feel like
really
feeling strange today.
Okay. Maybe have a session at some point and we'll do some more clearing.
Yeah. But I wanted to say, like, interesting things I noticed. A couple of times I was walking recently, Luna, just last few days, there's this one place I'm walking in the nature. And like a couple of times I got this like a moment, but obviously when I notice it, it disappears. So it's like the strange kind of lines of like energy were coming towards me, like energy, light. It was so quite bizarre. Yeah, just quite unusual. I was like, this is light? No, it's not light. It was just something different, some kind of energy.
Did it feel positive?
Yeah, it felt positive. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You've probably got a lot of guides and assistants all around you as well. I mean, you've had to hold on to your energy for months and months with all the court case and everything going on. And it's a bit like, it came to the, decisions of court and everything last week. And then you've probably just gone, it's a roller coaster. It's not surprising you're feeling a bit flat.
Yeah, I feel totally flat. Yeah, especially today. And I woke up in the night, but I a lot of time wake up in the night, but I'm not like that. Like today, I'm just like totally, I don't know. I think it's like I'm still on stress. I think like metabolism is going high and I think burning lots of energy at the same time. I don't know. I just cannot comprehend what's going on with me at the moment. Just really strange day.
So on some resting, maybe, I think that's what feels like the right thing to say. You need to do lots more rest.
Yeah, so sorry, I don't have any messages. I don't have anything. Fine. But I was just like,
and actually,
you would have received. Be there.
you would have received healing and clearing, and the whole
Yeah.
process of it will have still been going on, even if you weren't
Yeah.
aware of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, and you can listen to it again.
Okay. Yes, I need to. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And last but not least, lovely Lou.
I think I was dipping in and out. I mean, I could hear your voice, but it was almost as if I was somewhere else. Almost as if I'd been taken out of my body. And I mean, there's certain things. I mean, you know, I remember the clearing, some of the stuff that you said. I mean, at the end when you said about the messages, I mean, I did laugh because I was just like, what? So what I got was the picture of a like Bugs Bunny, but not really Bugs Bunny, but a big white bunny with a carrot, and I was like, well, what does that mean?
Luna, out.
What it was is and it's for everyone, is find your joy. So for Bunny, it's like having a carrot, but you know, like everyone else find their joy. So that's the message that I got. But I was sort of, it was almost like I've been taken out of my body. So you were almost like on a rate. I don't quite know how to explain it. I could hear you, but it was like a very distant. You were very distant, and it was like I was tuning the radio quieter and louder. So sometimes I could hear you more, sometimes it was lower, but it was almost like I'd just been removed out of my body. It was very bizarre, but yeah. So that's what I've got.
Oh, lovely. That's nice. It's nice to have that clearing and healing. And I need to listen back to this myself so I can go fully into that space too. And some of the other ones again. So has anyone got anything else to add?
I was going to say that I felt slightly out of my body as well, and I also had a shudder during the session. It sort of just suddenly went. I just suddenly felt like somebody had stepped on my grave, kind of feeling. So it sort of seems similar to other people's experiences.
And the thing with that is to not give it any energy, just know that it's cleared and that you're grounded, you're protected, and we've cut the cord, sealed the ends, so it doesn't get any of your emotional anything. It's just done, it's gone.
Yeah,
it's one of the nice things about divine healing. Actually, when you're clearing it, it's just a process, and it's done and it's gone, and you're not trying to, you know, connect with it or find out more about it or anything like that. It's a bit different, you know, than, you know, obviously with learning mediumship and stuff like we do with Susie. You know, that you're inviting in spirit loved ones and stuff to come and give you a message. It's just completely different when you're clearing in that way of energies that are not for the highest good. You're actually, that's the purpose, is to clear what's not there, what shouldn't be there, what's not high vibrational, so that it's not draining you, so that you haven't, you know, even stuff about other people draining your energy parasites. We all know people like that. You know, and any kind of, you know, you could be on Facebook or something, and then there'll be something going on, and suddenly you've been drawn in, like I do, because I should sit on my hands, and there I am trying to have a balanced discussion and try not to get across. And then quite often after that I have to clear that energy again, because I know that I will have picked up the emotional baggage from, you know, the people. And sometimes, you know, or most of the time, these are not people I even know, and they're all just in their own baggage and their own stuff, and they're doing what they're doing, and it's not personal to me. It's just, you know, I've decided to join in for whatever reason. So sometimes it might have helped, and sometimes I have to tell myself to stop it. A bit like Karen, become an informer. Did you know? So, oh God, here she goes again. And every now and again, then I'll pop up on Facebook like, well, you might have noticed that I've been posting stuff, la la la. I just like to bring it back into balance, because I get people message me saying, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm absolutely totally fine, but I can't not share this, because it needs to be brought into awareness of what choices people are making, and then they can do what they like. But if I'm aware of something, then I know it to be, a truth, then I do end up sharing, but usually uninvited. And if I look at my human design, I'm supposed to wait for the invite, right? So that's not usually going to feel good for me unless I've actually been invited to have an opinion. So yeah, it's a learning curve for me. So yeah.
I did some informing this week, and got the response back on one of the groups that they didn't need a lecture.
Where they go. But you are actually, in human design, you are actually an informer. That is your role, isn't it?
She was being snotty anyway.
Yeah.
And other people then shot her down. So. But I read it back to myself. I thought, actually, it doesn't sound like a lecture to me. I really stood back from it and thought, does that sound like a lecture? I thought, it doesn't to me. I think she just didn't like the fact I was trying to be very balanced about it.
People were always going to hear and see things through their own filters.
Exactly. I just said thank you for your opinion, which I don't think she liked either.
So hard. And actually, text messages so open to misinterpretation as well, isn't it? I don't know why we engage in it. Why do we do that, Karen?
I don't know. It made me laugh though, because everyone else shot her down, so I just left it. So
I ended up in a group chat just asking, something quite simple actually, and then got kind of bombarded, and it wasn't even anything too controversial either. I was just a bit like, oh, I might step out of this now.
I mean, this was in a controversial group. This was like our narrative, but it's bickering and it's stupid, and I get fed up with the bickering. And I just sort of pointed out that, I don't think we should be bickering amongst ourselves. And she didn't like that because I was lecturing her.
Oh well, that's her trigger.
It was her trigger, yeah. Haven't heard her on the group since.
Actually, that's a good point. That's something I was going to say about self-love. So thank you for that. That's why this chat's good. It's to keep learning what's yours and what belongs to someone else. Most of the time, things that other people are projecting at us are not personal per se. They're just projecting their own shit. We don't have to turn up to that either. So, but it only belongs to us once we've become triggered, and then the only thing we can work on is our own trigger. So it's a bit like noticing that somebody else is triggered, and then choosing in that pause if we're going to get into that or not. Are we going to turn up to that or not? Am I triggered now? Oh, have I ended up in it? You can still back out. Again, if you're in the middle of something that's got tricky, just go for a loo break. By the time you've gone and come back, you've had 50 million thoughts on the way there and back, and so have they. And quite often something will have switched and changed.
Well, I backed out and other people piled in.
Yeah. It's difficult, isn't it? Because and partly, clearing the shadows, it's not all love and light, is it? We've got to sometimes recognize what our triggers are in order to work on them, and then bring it back into balance, and then think, right, okay, what lesson is there and what can I do with it? And this is how we shift. I see us as bridges, the people that are kind of ready to start creating a better world to be in. Is, if people are ready to come, we're there going, I'm over here, but I'm sometimes, putting myself in the middle of it and going, I'm here. And they're like, yeah. So yeah, it's that's the learning for me, is to stop putting my opinions into a space. So yeah, my Maddie says to me sometimes, it's quite funny because she's saying it kind of tongue-in-cheek, but she'll just go, no one asked, Mum. Like really sarcastic. Yeah, no one asked. I'm like, oh.
Tasha says to me, why'd you get so involved? She wants to, why'd you get so involved?
Well, life needs some of us to get excited, otherwise
this is it,
asleep, won't we?
Yeah.
I don't think any of us here in this group really are truly passive. Not really. we've all got a bit of a fire in our bellies and a bit of passion to share. And that's why we're all together in our little soul group.
Yeah.
Through along the road together. So the cards I drew for today, just to finish off, and I haven't read the meanings fully, but I just thought it'd be nice to show you them because they are beautiful. You can make of them what you will. So we had Well of Dreams, and it's a kind of, there's a turtle, if you can see that. And it's lovely. It says, hang on a second. I know, I've got old suddenly. Creation, visions, messages, dissolve the veil, bliss and dreams. Well, a lot of you had very out-of-body experiences, so that was definitely the right card. You definitely did some dissolving the veils. She went off on some, you know, out-of-body experiences and into dreamland. You might find, because of the sort of meditation we did as well, there's a lot of energy going on, that you might have messages in your dreams tonight. So it's worth, when you're doing this kind of work, just having a pad and pen handy so that you don't have to fully wake up. We don't have to try and remember something. You can just kind of scribble it. And sometimes you get dream messages, you know, and symbols and gifts and stuff that you try and work out what they mean. Dream dictionaries are good for working out symbols because it's slightly different meanings than psychic and spiritual, slightly different meanings to them, different things. And actually another great Mandy and I are in separate days, but you know, she's points that out again and again, doesn't she, Mandy, that sometimes it's not a psychic message to give somebody, sometimes it is you've been handed a thing that actually means something quite different. And what does that thing symbolize? So things like dream dictionaries and stuff like that is a good starting place to start making your own list of what symbols mean something to you, because you'll end up with your own symbols that mean different things. So start journaling and writing these things down, because they'll start to make sense to you. It'll be your stuff, your gifts, your messages. And the other one, we had Syrian emissaries, which is very apt because I could feel that energy around, and actually similar to what I could see around the circle. This was Dream for the New Earth, Time for a Magical Life, and this is really beautiful. Yeah, they're really lovely cards.
Could you post a picture of them on the?
Yeah, I will do.
Please.
And the colours in this one is gorgeous, and this is Guidance. Oh. Inner compass, support, and trust your guidance.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Whose cards are these ones?
These are a birthday present from Rowena. She's very naughty. She gives me some really good gifts. The Lemurian Star Child Oracle cards.
Oh, nice.
They are absolutely stunning, and all of the pictures are just beautiful.
Lovely.
Are just gorgeous, and there's all sorts of different things in the book. It's got lots of different stuff in it. It's not just a meaning. There'll be different stuff, meditations, affirmations, all sorts of things.
Oh.
So sometimes I'll pick a card and get inspiration from my books of what I'm going to do with people and stuff. So, and again, you know, when you read cards and you tune into them, again, they mean something different to me than they do to you as well. So everything, and then there's always a meaning in the book, but it's good to try and have a go at what things feel like for you. But these very much were cards to be part of the meditation tonight, and they fit very well. We asked for guidance. We had the otherworldly emissaries all around us, and we went into definitely beyond the veil this evening. So it's just amazing. There's, how many cards there is in this box? It's quite a lot. 88 cards in this box. And whenever I pick cards for whatever purpose I'm using it for, they're always really spot on. It's just, it always amazes me how the cards turn up. It's just like, how does that work? How does that happen? You just have to just trust the process.
It's not by
incredible.
accident.
No. And there's so many different things that could have come out of that. So it's all good. Anyway, we are finished on time today. We started a little bit late, but it's a lot to take in, and you didn't need to do 2 meditations this evening because the expanded heart chakra meditation is a bit full on. You'd have definitely fallen asleep if you had another one. Anything else to ask?
Just thanks for Cry On earlier. I really enjoyed
Oh, it was a good one.
I listened twice. 'cause
Yeah, I
liked
did
it
too.
so
I listened
much.
on my way to Seal. I went to Seal to have a Bowen treatment this morning.
Oh.
I listened to it on the way back as well.
Ah,
It's about 20 minutes, isn't it?
it's quite, yeah.
It's a quick
Yeah.
one, and it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a
it's not
nice,
too long.
comforting message that made me feel very plugged into
Yeah.
source energy and
He
part of,
talked about veils as well.
yeah, and part, yes, that popped out, and then that, you know, was in tune with what we were doing this evening. Again, it was just good to listen. It's always the Cry On, I find, is just really comforting to listen because it's not hysterical and dramatic. It's just, this is happening and this is how you can look at it, and this is a perception. Just, yeah. And he's got a nice voice, a little bit like, you know, I used to like listening to Wayne Dyer.
Oh yeah, Wayne Dyer, yeah.
Really comforting, warm,
yeah, yeah.
voice that just, I was like, oh, that's nice. That feels nice. It's relaxing. So yeah, I've pulled myself out of, you know, rabbit holes and hysteria a bit more, and going along on my journeys a bit more as well. So balance.
Yeah.
So anything else that pops up for you, pop it in the group, share anything that, you know, comes up for discussion. If any cards come out that are of any particular relevance, do pop it in the 3D to 5D group, because it's nice to share and keep that kind of connection going with our evenings. And I'll pop these up. I'm going to pop just the cards up and let you feel into what they mean rather than the meanings. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you discussing about Chiron?
Really sorry, I'm going to have to make a move.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Bye, Val.
Bye.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Did I put it, or maybe I didn't put it in the, I'll put it in the 3D to 5D group.
No, you put it in
Mandy.
the other one. Shining
Okay,
Light.
do you ever listen to Cry On?
I don't know.
Have you heard of Cry On? So
No.
Cry On is a guy called Lee Carroll channels Cry On. So it is source energy, who's had many different names, and in that particular video he talks about that actually, and he's channeled through Lee Carroll for about 30 years. And has been talking about the changes on Earth and what's coming and us old souls and stuff for that amount of time.
Wow.
And he's very current now and he does almost daily channeling. So if you just put in Cry On latest, then you can go in and listen to his messages. But I'll share it to the group, Mandy. It's a nice
thank you. So I can see
it's
what
just
how it's
easy.
about.
You know, when I'm driving in my car, I think, right, what am I going to listen to? Because I don't listen to the radio anymore.
No.
And I'll find something to put on that I'm enjoying. And quite often, more than not, I will find something like Cry On or Wayne Dyer or something that I know is going to feel like it's given me something.
Yeah.
Bit of energy. So yeah, I'll pop that in the other group.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
And I'll see you all in this space in 2 weeks for the throat chakra. Oh, it should be interesting. It's one of my books, so we'll see what comes out. I think I might need to do some work on that before I do it with you.
That might be a sleep one. Knock you out.
Yeah, I'll probably have trouble speaking and get a croaky voice and everything else. That's what normally happens when I try working on the throat. I'll start coughing.
Yeah.
It's happened before. It used to happen, I think, when I run the live groups as well. Start coughing. Always a good sign. So yeah. Thanks, ladies. Sweet dreams.
Thank you.
And
very
I'll-
much.
you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Guys. Bye.
Good night.
Everyone,
Bye.
take care.
Bye. Thank you.